Jamie, it's awkward. Shut the door. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is a really requested video, but I just haven't had the chance. Well, I did. So let me just give you guys a bit of background about this video. So I recorded this video on my camera about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and no, about a week ago. I can't remember, it doesn't really matter, you don't even know. And I just didn't like it. Like, I just didn't like the way I was talking about it. I rushed through it and the quality of my camera is really bad. I've just decided to just refilm it. This is one of many videos that I'm going to be doing about how to like start Instagram, how to start YouTube, all of that good stuff. And this is like one part of it, which is like how I edit my photos. So I edit all my photos on my phone. I take my photos on my phone. I have the iPhone 11 and I film videos on my phone as well. So literally my phone is everything that I use. I would really recommend investing in a good phone with a good camera, because if you don't want to buy a camera, I think the best thing to do is get a phone that you're going to use every day anyways with a good camera, and then you can just vlog, film, etc. on your phone. So anyways, the purpose of this video is me showing you exactly how I edit my photos for my Instagram. I'll also show you how I make my thumbnails for my YouTube videos, and yeah, I also filmed this look on my Instagram, so if you want to go see how I got this, go check out my Instagram. So the first thing I do after taking a photo, I kind of go through all of them and then favorite the ones that I like. So it kind of like narrows the ones down for me, the ones that I like, which ones I don't like. And the first thing I do is, if I go into Facetune, and I got the Facetune 2. So the reason why I got Facetune 2 is just because I realized that Facetune 1 is good, it's really good, but it's just that Facetune 2 is just a little bit more precise, and I like whitening the background in my photos, and with Facetune 2 you can kind of like adjust how much whiteness you want. Compared to Facetune 1, you can't do that. On Facetune 2, I basically just whiten the background, whiten everything, because I like my pictures really really white. And I also smooth out my skin if I need to. Like, I just feel like I like when my skin looks a bit soft. Like, if the lighting's making my skin look a bit harsh, I would just smooth that out. That's all I do on Facetune 2. For filters, I go into vsco, and I love vsco, so I also paid for the full version of this. I think it's like a monthly payment, I'm not sure, but I think it's worth it. Take M5 and I put it all the way down, and then put it up to like maybe 2 or 3. Then I'd go into highlights and put the highlights really high, because I like when it looks a bit grayish, like when the white looks a bit grey. I add a little bit of grain, and that's literally it. That's literally how I edit my photo, and then I just post on Instagram. I also make the crop on vsco as well. I feel like if you edit on Instagram, the quality goes down a lot, and I also find that when you put pictures in a reel, so like a slideshow, that also puts the quality down in a photo, which is really annoying. That's just one thing to keep in mind when posting photos. If you notice the quality keeps going down, don't edit on the Instagram app. Like, just edit everything and then post directly on Instagram, just like that. There are other apps that I use depending on the photo and depending on what needs to be done to the photo. So for example, I use a Lightroom when I need to fix the lighting, and it's literally the best app to fix lighting. If you're in like a really dark, if the picture's really dark and you just want to brighten it up without losing the quality of the photo, Lightroom does that, and it's freaking amazing. You can literally just turn a photo from being rubbish to like insta-worthy. Yeah, so Lightroom on iOS is actually free. I also use this app called Retouch to get rid of things in photos that I don't want. For example, I remember last year when I went to Croatia, I took a picture in the airport, and then I kind of like didn't like, I removed everyone from the background, and then everyone was like, that is a really empty airport, and I was just like, basically I just removed everyone. And it's really good in like, you can remove people, you can remove things, you can remove everything, and I would really recommend it. So I paid about £2 or £3 for it. Yeah, Retouch is really good. But I also heard that in Snapseed there's also a healing tool that does the exact same thing, and it's free. So if you don't want to pay for Retouch, I didn't know this before, so you can go into Snapseed and basically use the heal tool to remove people and things from them. I also use Snapseed to make my pictures a little bit bigger. So I kind of like, I go into their settings and click enlarge, and what that does is it kind of, you just drag on the ends of the photo and then it makes more space. So if you find that your picture's not fitting in with the portrait dimensions on Instagram and you just need a little bit more space, like just for your feet or your head or something, I find just doing that, it kind of like just copies the top bit up, so then it kind of just like gets bigger. I don't know if that made any sense, but hopefully you know what I mean. For my stories and like putting pictures together, I use this app called Unfold. I did pay for it, but they have like a few free things on there, like few templates that are for free, but I just find it so good, like how you can just quickly just put a little collage up on your story and make it look a bit nicer. Also, a lot of people have asked how I make my live videos into videos, live photos into videos, I mean. There's this app called Prequel, and it's really good. So basically you can edit photos, just normal photos, you can edit videos, but you can also turn your live photos into videos, like little short videos, which I think is really cool. Like I just love doing that personally because I end up liking the live more than I actually like the photo itself. So yeah, you can do this on this Prequel app, and there's tons of free filters on there. I haven't paid for this one, so you can pay for like a gold membership, but I just feel like the ones that are free are just as good as the ones that are probably the ones that you have to pay for. But my favorite ones are Disco to Jewelry and VHS. I like all them, and then I like the filter Miami. For 3D photos, a lot of people have asked me how I make my little videos that go yeah, so I use this app called dazz, and it's got like really cool little vintage camera effects on there. I paid for it. Don't know, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it's really good. And if you don't want to invest in like a massive camera with the 3 little lenses that does this is a really good app for that as well. You can also import photos on there, so if you don't want to just take photos there and then, you can import photos. I think for the 3D filters you can only use pictures that use pictures that have been taken in portrait mode. But yeah, so that is how I edit my photos. There isn't really much to it. I've just basically said all my favorite apps, all my editing apps that I use, but on a daily I use Facetune and vsco and then Instagram. So it's really depending on exactly what the photo is and what exactly it needs. But I hope this was useful in a way, because I feel like I've had a lot of questions on this and I've been leaving this video for the longest, so hopefully this video is good for me to post. But yeah, thanks for watching.